Hi guys, welcome to Alistair Coral Photography. A little bit of a different video for you today. I'm going to show you how we created this Moody stag photo so that you can have a go at it at home and create a preset from it. Now, first of all, this is the final edited image and this is the original. Now I will brighten it up just a little bit just to help with this tutorial. Now, first of all, I like treating the sliders like a checklist. So we're going to go through this checklist and see which sliders need adjusting. So first of all, we're going to go with our contrast. We just want to give our image a bit of a pop, lift the deer up, give his coat a little bit more colour too, and his little bit of headdress over here as well. And we also want to be bringing up our highlights. Now, I can't stress how much the highlights is actually affecting this stag's face. So we are going to lift it up just to bring out a lot more detail in his face, and when we also edit this image a little bit later, it will also help lift the stag off the backdrop as well. And we're also going to lift up our shadows because we want to see as much detail of the stag as possible. So I'm going to lift up shadows a little bit because if I drop them, you can see how much can be lost. Okay, and whites again, we're just going to lift just because of the antlers. We just want to lift them up a little bit. Now I don't want to lose detail with the antlers, but I just want to make them pop a little bit because the stag's antlers are a main feature, so we really want to be showing them off. Now texture and clarity is going to be quite an interesting one because we really want to show the detail in the stag's fur. So normally when I edit an image, I put the texture on 20 and the clarity on 10, but we're going to go a little bit higher just to really bring out the detail with the stag. So I'm going to go probably about 30, I reckon, and the clarity to around about 15. And if you're unsure about this, you can always zoom in and just move those sliders and just see where you are happy with. Okay, so I think I am actually happy around about the 36 mark on the texture and the clarity on 13. Now we don't need to use the dehaze tool, but if you ever are unsure whether you should be using a tool or not, just give it a go. Just see what effect it will actually do. Now it will actually make our shot a little bit moody. It has also brought out a little bit of contrast as well. So maybe I'll just put a pinch in. And vibrancy, we'll just add in a little bit just to bring out the coat more. Now we are going to need our tones curve later because we have found that some of these images will get a little bit of a green tint, and we are going to take that away at the very end, so we will come back to this later. But this is the important part, the color mixer, especially the saturation, because what we're going to do, we're going to drop a lot of these colors and bring them back slowly to create that moody effect. So we're going to drop all of our sliders, as you can see, even the ones that we know we are going to bring back. So we've got a black and white image, and what we're going to do is just bring those images, that color back in. So we are going to bring the greens in because there is a lot of greenery in the image, especially with this foreground. So we do want to bring in a little bit. Now, what you probably noticed is a lot of this image is yellow, orange, and red. So we are going to have to bring that in. And we're just going to slowly keep bringing in more colour, especially the reds and oranges, to get that stag prominent. And we will just mix the greens around as well, just so then we get a nice good balance. Now, can you see we're just getting a little bit of a green tint, which is why we're going to remove it later. Now, it's always worth just checking the other sides just to see if it does give any movement whatsoever. So you are going to get a little bit of aqua here, but it's not enough to really bring back that colour. And same with the blues, the purples, and magenta. You won't need to do any colour grading with this preset, so we will skip past. But we will adjust the sharpness a little bit just to help bring out that detail too. And we can just start bringing in. I mean, look at the detail in there. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Okay, now Lightroom has got a new feature called noise reduction, and it's got an AI option now where you can, I think you can control it a lot easier. And what you do is, if you click on the preview, you can see it before and after as I'm clicking now. I like keeping this around 20 to 40%, but for this image, I think we may have to go closer to the 40 mark, maybe even slightly more. Let's bring it up a little bit. Yeah, I reckon about 40 there. And if you're happy with that, just click Enhance. Now, obviously, if you're going to use this preset on various other images that may not have been taken in a similar environment, you may not want to be adding the denoise to this, okay? So just bear that in mind when you are creating this preset. And finally, we are going to go down to Effects. We're going to add a little black vignette, a very, very soft vignette from the outside, working into the deer. And I'm going to show you also what a lot of people get wrong doing vignettes as well. So we just want to just cover our foreground a little bit, just as if we're shooting through this foliage. But what we don't want to be doing is hiding too much of this back leg. So if I go minus 100%, you can now see we lose the deer's leg a little bit. Okay, so we just want to make sure that when we are adding this vignette, we're not losing any part of the deer with it. And once you are happy, you can move the middle point. So I'm going to make sure that I do get a little bit of foliage in the front, and the feathering, I want a nice gradual effect. And what a lot of people get wrong is they end up doing this very hard look on photos, and it never looks great. So a nice feathering from the outside here, dark, getting lighter and lighter towards the deer. So we're just going to have a little play with that. So I reckon somewhere around about there, I reckon. And I'm very, very happy with that. Now finally, we will just tweak that green tint. So we're just going to go to our tone curves. Now you can get one for red, green and blue. So we just want the green one, and just somewhere in this patch we just want to drag it down a little bit, not too much, because what we don't want to happen is that the image then goes pink or purple. We just want to lose that green tint a little bit, and I just found it was easier to do it on the tone curves adjustment than the actual tint white balance slider. So that's the reason why I have picked them. So that is the final image. I'm really pleased with it. Now if you want to save that as a preset, there is a video already on how to create presets, but just very quickly I will also show you here. So we're going to go up to the top menu and click Develop, New Preset. Now we've got to remember at the start of the video we had to turn off exposure. Now the reason for that is if we want to use this preset on other images and the exposure is correct, we don't want it becoming overexposed or underexposed. So we're going to turn that one off. We have also had to add the vignetting and the curves adjustment tool, as well as some other color mixer ones as well, because we dropped all the saturation. So once we're happy, I'm going to call this Stag, when I can spell, Stag Moody Preset 1. I will put it in our YouTube folder because this is a YouTube video. And we're just going to click Create. So that's now appeared in our presets. So if I go now to this next stag shot where I did correctly expose it, it is still a little bit overexposed because the image itself was overexposed, but I can quickly change the exposure and I've now got a second image from that set with the same settings. Now I hope you have enjoyed this video. Feel free to make a preset of it, or if you want to order one, I'll put the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and click the bell button for further videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.